This is Straight Talk with an elevated Greg Fann, the Preacher Man, and his sidekick Shanan Jones. Frank discussions of issues affecting the ATL, Fulton County, the state of Georgia, the nation, and around the world. And now, here they are, live and in living color, the team of Jones and Fann, the Preacher Man.
Yeah, thank you so much. Tonight, I am by myself and wishing you and yours a Merry Christmas. And my guests, my co-hosts, and both of them are under the weather. So you got Greg Fann, the Preacher Man, tonight. Well, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do several things tonight. It won't be very, very long. But one is that, as you know, this past weekend, the Concerned Clergy, CBC, well, Shanan is the president, along with the South Fulton Ministerial Alliance, where I am the president, and many other churches and organizations join in a night camping out in the bad weather with tents, sleeping in cars, finding out and feeling what the homeless felt and feel. So we're going to have several individuals to talk about it. We'll have Bishop Cedric Hamner. He'll be talking about why he's there, why did he come. And then we have a young lady, Mary the Helper. She's going to be talking about her experience and what she sees that's going on now. But before we do anything, I want to just say hi to Joe Daniels. Joe Daniels, hey Joe, hey Joe, hey Joe. I told Joe I was going to call his name 3 times on tonight's program. But Joe is one of my classmates in the class of 1969 of Booker T. Washington High School. Don't do the math. Don't try to do the math to add up how old we are. But anyway, we had our class Christmas dinner or luncheon, and Joe was there, and many others was there in the class, and it was glad to see everyone. And today I had the opportunity to see Anderson Dope, one of our class members who played in the band with me at Booker T. Washington High School, and also graduated with us. Well, we're going to now have and listen to the young lady who's an officer and in South Fulton, who's going to talk about how we ought to keep ourselves safe during this holiday season. She's going to come, and then Bishop Hamner is going to come, and then Mary the Helper is going to come, and I'll be back on the other side. Young lady, will you come and tell them how to be safe?
The holiday season is a time when criminals have more than normal opportunity to strike. We want you to enjoy your holidays, family and friends, but we also want you to take precaution. Here are some easy tips on what you can do to have a safe holiday season. 1. Don't leave boxes on your curb that let perpetrators know what gifts you have received, like big screen TVs or other big ticket items. Break boxes down or take them to your local dump. 2. As it gets colder, our cars need to warm up longer when first starting them in the morning. Never leave your car unattended while running. Even though you may not see anyone around, you never know who's lurking in the shadows. Never leave your car idling if you're not in it. 3. This one seems obvious, but it happens a lot. Never leave your holiday shopping bags in plain sight in your car. Lock them in your trunk. If you have to continue shopping, move your vehicle to another location in case someone saw you put your packages in the trunk. Then make sure all of the doors are locked. 4. Don't let your cell phone be a distraction. Pay attention to your surroundings at all times. 5. We all know that there's safety in numbers. While shopping or attending events this holiday season, avoid doing it alone. Always check to see if a family member or friend can accompany you. And ladies, use small handbags or fanny packs. Large handbags can be a target. 6. So you finish shopping. You've loaded your car with your purchases. But what you don't see is that someone is watching. Their plan is to follow you home and commit robbery. To avoid this, make sure you check your rear view mirror frequently to see if anyone is tailing you. 7. With all the holiday events and trips to the shopping malls, you will probably need to gas up more than usual. Same safety rules apply during the holidays, but be even more vigilant. Keep your keys with you. Don't be distracted by your cell phone. Don't leave children, pets, or valuables in the car unattended. Lock your doors. Don't leave your car running, and always be aware of your surroundings. Slighter crimes at gas stations is a crime of opportunity. 8. Package delivery theft increases over the holidays. If you're having a package delivered, make arrangements to be at home. Have it delivered where someone can accept the package, or have it held at the station until you can pick it up. 9. When you get to your car, make sure locking the doors is the first thing you do, and do not sit in parked cars for long periods of time. Best practices: get in your car, lock your doors, and immediately proceed to your destination. Speaking of destination, here's our final holiday tip. Don't drink and drive, or we'll be your Uber driver for the night. Be safe and happy holidays.
Well, we're here at Liberty International tonight, and we're dealing with the homeless issue, and we got with us Pastor Cedric. Oh, that's Bishop Cedric Hampton. Hey, Bishop, how you doing?
Hey, Bishop Fann.
I see you standing there. I see you standing there by the tent. I see you standing there by the tent.
I'm by the tent, and I'm happy to be out here tonight as we raise awareness, partnered with the Concerned Black Clergy, led by none other than the Reverend Shanan Jones. I'm happy to be out here tonight in light of all that is transpiring across our nation, more importantly perhaps across our metro area, as we see homelessness on the rise, ever increasing day in and day out. You know, the reality is, Bishop Fann, that homelessness in Atlanta is like Atlanta traffic, and that is, it gets worse every day. It gets worse every day. And so I appreciate the fact that clergy has come together under the leadership of Dr. Shanan Jones in order to raise awareness, to call attention to this, so that, as we like to say, the powers that be, or the people who sit in high places, the people who have the resources available and the wherewithal to change the plight of people here in Atlanta and across this nation. I hope that this will cause us to take some type of action. I don't know if many people recognize this, but during the Great Depression, what rose very quickly was something called Hoover Towns. Hoover Towns during the Great Depression, where people who were homeless, who had lost everything, came together at various places in metropolitan areas for a sense of community, for a sense of camaraderie. And we are on the verge of repeating that part of American history if we don't change course very quickly. At the end of the day, we're talking about people, man. We're talking about people. And just because my plight might not be that like somebody else's, at the end of the day, people are all the same. And so I'm happy to be here tonight. Appreciate the time.
Well, you know, I want to just behind you now, the Commissioner Natalie Hall has provided for the homeless people bags with personal hygiene items, a blanket, gloves, and stuff that they would need. And of course, there's nobody in the tent because Hampton is standing outside the tent. But he had to come out of his house to do this interview. But we thank you so very much for being a part tonight. And give the name of your church again.
Reset Church, East Point, Georgia, 2814 Norman Berry Drive. I'm happy to be a part of it, all right?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Imperative for me to help establish more people in the world, right? My kids left home with life skills. I just had life and had to figure it out. But I 100% believe, how in the world are we having minimum wage, $7.25 an hour, and asking people to pay $2,000 a month in rent? That's ridiculous. I'm from Georgia. My first apartment, 2 bedrooms, One bath was $325. My first mortgage was $484. My mortgage at 20-some years old. And so I work with people. I get inboxes every single day. Mara, how am I going to pay the rent today? Mara, I'm at a hotel. We need 2 more nights. Mara, how am I going to eat today? You can't even go to the grocery store and not see $100, right? And so, no, I'm not going to change the world, right, mindset. But if one person to me, I'm going to tell you this, what I thought about. Why, when we come to the house every Sunday, that it isn't a minimum requirement to bring, well, not requirement, suggestion, to bring a non-perishable food. You give tithings, but people need tangible objects to just have in a room, and you just go shop. No questions asked, no ID, no qualifications, because there's a lot of people who are suited and booted, but they're starving every day, right? They don't have a roof over their head. And so, yes, the church is amazing, right? But there's this disconnect of what do they really need. And so I try to help, right? Whether it's the disconnect with the church, the schools, the government. I tell people my motto is, I'm here to help her. I can help do anything. People are like, how? Because our mentality, our company, is we're helping others with the village mentality. And we go, what resources you got? Okay, I got this person, they need some help. What resources you got? Okay, I got this person over here that need this help. What resources you got? And sometimes it's free, and sometimes it's paid. But at the end of the day, every day, just wake up and say, thank you. Now let me help somebody.
All right, that's Mary, the helper. I know you wouldn't hear me because my audio was off. But that's Mary, the helper, and Bishop Shanan. Not Bishop Shannon Jones, so use a mess with Shannon, but Bishop Cedric Hamner both participated in the event that we held on last Saturday. We are urging many pastors, many lay people to understand the plight of homeless people. It could be you, it could be I, it could be your children, your grandchildren that's sleeping outside in tents, on park bench, in cars, trying to find a warm place to stay. Listen, it would be, the Bible said it would be I if it was not for the grace of God. So whatever we do unto the least of him, we do also unto him. So brothers and sisters, what I'm asking you to do, along with Pastor Jones and the South Fulton Ministry Alliance and CBC and other organizations, to get involved. Let's work on getting the minimum wage up. Let's work on what we can do to help people to keep a roof over their heads. That's important. Jesus, as we are now in the event season, and on Monday we'll be celebrating the birth of Christ. Listen, in Christ, when he was born, they found no place to stay. They told him, we have no room in the inn. And many people in our society today, there's no room in the inn for them. That's why they are sleeping on street sidewalks, in grass, park benches, parked cars, using the restroom wherever they can, defecating wherever they can. These are the times that we live in today. We need you to help. As you're sitting around the Christmas tree or the fireplace or wherever you may be with your family on the Christmas day, think about those who have not. Think about the least, the less, the lost, and the left out. We want to thank Pastor Clifton Dawkins of True Worship Church and all the great work he has done and continue to do for the least, the less, the lost, and the left out. I want to thank Pastor Gregory Pollard and the England Church, who provided tents and blankets and those bed things that people were sleeping in. I want to thank him, and I want to thank the Atlanta, North Georgia Labor Council Executive Director Sandra Williams, along with the president, Eric. Eric is the executive director. Sandra is the president. Eric Richardson, who is the executive director, and Sandra Williams, who is the president. I want to thank the Labor Council for looking out for the least, the lost, and the left out. Will you join us, pastors? Will you join us, labor leaders? Will you join us, community people, to look out for the least, the less, the lost, and the left out? There is some legislation that's being introduced by Senator Donzella James. Senator James is introducing legislation, Senate Bill 125. And what Senate Bill 125 is really all about, it's about rent control, setting a cap on how much a landlord can charge for rent. As you know, many new people are tearing down these old apartments and kicking people out and then fixing them up and then charging more for other people to move in. And it's ridiculous what's really going on. We need your help. Help Senator James. Let's speak out, not around a water cooler. Call your state representative. Call your state senator. I don't care if they're Republican or Democrat. Call them and tell them, let them know that we need them to stand up and help out. Now, the number you see on the screen is the number for Pastor Jones at CDC. Call them and let them know you're with us in the fight. The number is there, 678-933-5091. That's the number. Call Pastor Jones and let him know you're in the fight and you're willing to do whatever you can to help. That's 678-933-5091. Now, you have a happy Christmas, a Merry Christmas, but as you're eating that turkey, as you're eating that ham, as you're eating that dessert or drinking your eggnog, whatever you may do, think about those that are out in the cold that have not. And let us commit this year in 2024, next year in 2024, that we're going to do all that we can as church leaders, as community leaders, as leaders of any color, any race, to help the least, the lost, and the left out. For Jesus said, I was hungry, you didn't feed me. I was naked, and you didn't clothe me. I was in jail, and you didn't visit me. And they said, Lord, when did we do this? He said, when you did it unto the least of them, you did it also unto me. So for that reason, you're going to hell. Do you want hell to be your home? Stop looking out for the least, the less, and the left out, and only be concerned about you, me, and mine. Well, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like us. Don't forget to make comments, and don't forget to share. And pray for Pastor Jones and pray for Miss C, who both under the weather. But we love you, and this ain't been nothing but what? Straight talk. Take us out of here, Hal. Hal, will you please take us out of here? And Happy New Year and Merry Christmas to you too, Brother Hal.
Want to be a guest on Straight Talk? Email Greg Fann at FANN922 at Comcast.net or call 404-308-0795. Join us again for another episode of Straight Talk with Shanan Jones and Greg Fann.